that takes us to our second part of the conversation. These groups, friendship, brotherhood, community, add so much to the struggles we go through. So, Gerren, maybe fast forward a little bit and talk about how the challenging times have been buoyed by this group.
Yeah, so I go directly to 2015, October of 2015, man. That's when I had a turning point in my business. And that was when one of my subcontractors, this young lady, she showed up and she dropped off all the keys to all of the accounts that they were handling. Now, granted, I had no employees at the time. I was building a business, so she was handling quite a bit of our clients. And she did it to spite me, right? Just disagreement. And she didn't like that I was challenging her, and she did what she did. Imagine me in my 89 square foot office, okay? And I am like, I'm looking at my phone, ringing off the hook. My clients are calling, wondering what's going on. And I'm like, who do I turn to? Who do I call? You were working right across the street, I believe, at that time. And I picked up the phone. I called James. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't, man. I explained. And we were tight, but we weren't as tight like where we are right now, right? We were still growing into this, but for some reason, again, wisdom, right? You just, I called this guy because you're working in a major corporation. In my mind, I'm thinking like he handles these types of issues. He has to have a perspective. I'm just looking for a perspective right now, man, because this is wide open. And you were just like, yup. So how many people you need? Yup. Okay. All right. Okay. We can work. And I'm like, brother, I got no problems. He just said, yup. Okay. How many people? Okay. All right. Okay. Hang up the phone. Like, what do I do with that? I think you were offering to call cousins or family members or something, willing to like step in and help. I didn't know what to do. I reached out to some other folks and we kind of got some things going, but the question is like, who do you call when things are hitting the roof?
Yep.
You know, and you were one of my first calls, and your level of calmness, it helped to just like keep me calm.
Yep.
So that I can think.
Yep.
And I didn't know how much that really was needed. Now, you know, later on you realize like if you're frantic, if you're tight, everything like focuses in and you don't really see all your options. That helped to just calm me down so I can just look at my phone and like, okay, who else can I call? How can we solve this problem? And our clients were so great and just being gracious with me. Gerren, figure it out. We know that you'll figure it out. So everything around me was just keeping me calm so that I can think, man. But that was the one for me, man. Oh.
So I had a similar experience. So just over a year ago, when I had a transition professionally, and I was thinking through it. I never forget, wife went out for a walk. She was home, went out for a walk with her mother, worked through it. By the time she got back, I'm like, babe, I decided to do something different. And she's like, like, okay, that's interesting, James. Like, and I said, all right, I just need a minute. Give me a minute. The first person I called was Gerren.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Gerren, stuff going down. Can I swing through? Yep. All right. Got in my car, swung through, shared with him what was going on, and shared with him that I didn't know what I was going to do, but I had been thinking about, and he had known, I've been thinking about, you know, okay, this what if one day I had to make a different decision? What would I do? And so I'm like, I think I'm going to kick this thing into action. And again, his level of calm, his understanding of the journey of what it means to step into kind of an unknown situation and scenario. He told you about 2015. This is now, 9 years later or so that I'm going through this. And so I was like, okay, no issue. James, listen, man, you're a sharp guy. You're a smart guy. I know you can do it. And for me, that's what I needed at the time. I needed a mirror of the calm that I try to be mirrored back at me at a point where I took a major step without really understanding anything that was happening next, other than I felt it was the right time. And I acted on that.
48 hours.
I acted on that. And
48 hours.
And so that begins, right? And for both of us, it has begun a year now of this struggle. And he tells it often, like, you know, we believe, obviously, when you have friends and you're going through things and you're going through struggle, sometimes struggling with somebody who's struggling is the best thing. Because, again, now it's normal. Now you can see, oh, God, okay, I'm not on my own. The world is not against me. So again, you talk about this a lot, man. Share with the group what it means to go through challenge with somebody, and talk a little bit about how that has, I think, strengthened our friendship.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Over the last year.
Yeah. And so I'll say this, man, to cue it up, like when the struggle that we're going through or the struggle that you're going through, I want you to know, doing it with someone, like, everyone has to have an active role in growing and continuing to grow. This is one thing I'm sure you'll agree. There has never been a victim mentality between us.
No, absolutely not.
Right? It's
we wouldn't allow it. Wouldn't allow it.
So that type of a commitment to, like, listen, here's what we're gonna do. Like, let's go. Yes, we have our down days or what have you, but then it's like, and let's go. That keeps us always moving forward, man. So the check-ins, right? How you doing today, man? The level of conversations that we have now, some people may think like, man, that's not overly masculine. It's not necessary. This is about, like, yo, how are you doing? How are you doing? What's going on? How you feeling today? Right? And having this honest dialogue about what you're going through, knowing that, let's go. Like, there's still no victim mentality, man. I love that. I really love that, because it allows you the opportunity to feel a feeling, knowing that the action is still going to be, and let's go. So we've been learning a lot over the past year, man, of each other, as well as just adding collectively to the group, to the team, of just like, yo, this is what we're going through. This is what we're going to do. What are your plans? What's your vision? Okay. And what do you need to do next? Okay. All right. So it's always just go.
Absolutely. And there's another member of our circle that she's also an incredibly important part, and is herself having and has had struggles. So it's really a community of three that and obviously we've got our spouses and other people that are part of it. I'm just talking about the core, the choice. These are choices. We get to choose whether we're friends or not. And so the choice we made to be blessed with the three of us going through this time together, man, I can't imagine it any other way. Yeah. I literally can't. If I was doing what I'm doing, navigate what I'm navigating alone, this chair was empty, it was just me sitting here talking to you, man, that would not feel complete at all. There would be something missing, and I would know it's missing, and I could try to push and force and fake my way through it. But I would know that it just something's not right, man. And so to believe in somebody else, to pray for somebody else, to pour into someone else, there's the beauty of taking the attention off of yourself and dedicating that energy to someone else, man, that truly makes it make sense. It's why community and brotherhood and friendship is so important, even when it's in the struggle.
Absolutely. Listen, for that third person you're talking about, I remember earlier in the year, or even late last year, as they were transitioning and doing things and finding themselves in places that they never believed that they would ever be in. I remember celebrating their wins, small wins, but such impact in those wins. And in the back of your head, you're like, man, like, okay, when is mine coming around, right? And you recognize that it's not like big win, like this is for the rest of your life. It's just a win to give you your second win for the day, you know? So just being able to volley between us all, like, here's a win today, here's how I'm feeling today, here's a couple dollars today, here's a couple dollars today, you know, it's been so good. It's been so good. And I don't know how I would have created that on my own in the midst of it. Now looking back, okay, I can see the steps.
Yep.
Right. But man, I'm so glad that we invested enough for a time like this.
Yeah. So you made a comment earlier about going from that large group, which you're still a part of that large group, right? I'll let you still determine if you play the same roles you used to play, but now you've recognized the value and the wisdom of this smaller, concentrated group that is active in its support. It's become a part of the normal routine. And while everybody's busy and doing their thing, the reality that you have a place, you could send a text, you could make a call, you have an idea, hey, this is what I'm thinking, no judgment, fly, let it fly, right? And you're gonna get the honest feedback, man. I mean, that is incredibly important. So again, the message here is first of all, foremost, you're not meant to be alone. We hit on that. Told you the story of how we became friends. Second, friendship through struggle and the value of that and what it means for us is incredibly important to your stability, mentally, spiritually, physically, motivation, the push, the just the support that when you least expect it, the fact that all that is built into it. Again, it just without it, man, how can you live that fulfilling life that you're pursuing? And if you're spending that time and energy pursuing wealth, the right job, the right title, again, we have that all around us in the community we live in. People who are incredibly talented, they're incredibly motivated, they are fantastic at their job.
Yeah.
But when I talk to them, when Gerren talks to them, they all feel like they're missing something.
Yeah.
Right? And so what are you dedicating that energy towards? Now I want to flip the script because times weren't always this way. And so the next point I want to get to, because I don't want to just be melancholy. So not only should we not struggle alone, we shouldn't grow alone. Yeah. And what I mean by we weren't always this way. So one of the things that has been a staple with Gerren and I is we over the years have taken some trips, man. And times were a little different then. And so we could take these trips, enjoy these trips. And there was a whole process. We will spare you that of how we built up to these trips. But man, some of these trips have been so memorable. The one that comes to mind, again, I'll just ask for like a flyby of your experience with moderate details.
Sure.
Was our the three couples trip to Italy and Greece.
Yep.
What did that trip mean to you, man? And what on every level, man? Just what did that trip mean to you?
Yeah, look, so I think of alignment, right? Because the third couple, this was my wife and I first time meeting them.
Yep.
But understanding how we traveled, you guys, I remember asking the question, are you sure that these people are okay, right? Because again, we're going overseas.
Yep.
We spend a lot of intimate time with these individuals. Make sure that
Yep.
And it was indeed memorable. My wife and I were just looking over the pictures. They came up in, the Facebook memories or whatever it was. But just following up and just like really just experiencing that with people who were like-minded and just flowed. It was everything. And
yep.
It happened just before a major event within my business.
Yep.
And I'm so glad that we went on the trip before the event took place, right? Because we would have gone with a different mindset.
Correct.
So the freedom to have created that experience, everything.
So I actually remember on that trip, there was some smoke at least going up a little bit. And you spent some mornings, we spent some time talking about things you could do and how to approach it. But that trip for me represented a pinnacle of a number of things. Pinnacles of friendship. And by the way, the other couple, I don't think they'd kill me if I said Dr. Brad and Kiana Stevens was the couple, some friends, and former neighbors of Christina and I when we lived in Kansas City, kids the same age, became incredibly close, are still incredibly close to them. But that trip represented the pinnacle of what friendship could be, what community felt like, just natural and just. I mean, we had such a good time, and everybody at that moment was at some measure of a peak. We were on the part of the mountain where we could see a little further down the road, and we were able to enjoy that with friends and our spouses in a way that was not weighed down with anything that was so heavy that it made the trip unbearable, or we didn't enjoy. And so, the whole concept here is, if we're gonna have these mountaintop experiences, if we're going to come out of that valley, come out of that struggle, and now start to take off, it's better to do it with people too, man. It's better to do it with people too. And we have, despite what we're going through right now, right? And by all means, guys, when I say what we're going through, we're just going through change and transition. Gerren and I believe we will support each other, pull each other back to the place where we know what we're capable of, and we will get back to where we want to be and beyond. We firmly believe that.
Yeah.
But even as you're going through that, man, there are people in our circles that are thriving. They are thriving. They are going through seasons of acceleration, career growth, financial growth, new children being born, new job opportunities. I mean, you name it. We have watched the blessings fall on those all around us, and to see it in them, just like when you're struggling with somebody and you're like, I'm not alone.
Yep.
When you're seeing positive momentum in your community, you're like, it's still possible. Talk a little bit about that, Gerren.
Yeah.
That it's still possible. Talk to us.
Not only just is it possible, it's a joy to see, right? Because we reflected on our trips, right? And the smiles come across our face and so forth. And when we see our friends having their moment, it's like they're having their moment.
Absolutely.
Right? Tell us about it. It has to be awesome. Tell us about it, right? So when they come back and they're sharing all the experiences and the pictures, it's like, yes, you're making it for yourself also, right?
Yep.
And because we're open and we share with them the peaks and the valleys, we know that a time may come, right? But at least they will know, you guys are going through something during this. Like, talk to us, right? Community comes into play, right? We get to share, and they get to see how we go through this struggle, even with joy.
Correct.
Because we know, like, there's a hope, there's a belief, there's vision. So I think ultimately what we're doing, man, through this whole process is normalizing, I don't want to say the struggle. And you may be able to articulate it better than me, but just normalizing life. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, but what are the tools? What are the resources do we have around us to help us to sustain, to just be balanced?